If you've never seen a cardboard box before and you're curious about them, well, you've come to the right place. However, not this video. There are lots of other unboxing videos where we talk about the box ad nauseum. No, what this short video, trust me, is going to reveal is yet another copy of Mythras that I'm trying to find a place for on my shelves. This is the third printing, so this has some very minor at this stage errata updates, but ones that I found particularly useful as they're ones that come up in my own implementation of Mythras, and it's from a new source. So my original copy of Mythras is by Offset Press, and then my next copy of Mythras was the incredible collector's edition, which was crowdfunded through Indiegogo many years ago. And then my next copy of Mythras was actually called Mythras, and it was from Lulu. And now this version comes to us through DriveThruRPG via Lightning Source. Okay, so why get another copy of Mythras, particularly when you have it in PDF and the PDF gets updated as things like errata fixes get made? Why do that? Well, Mythras is one of those games which I like to have the rules with me. Of course, I use the PDF when I'm away from home, but when I'm sitting at my desk, I like to have a printed copy there. I flip it open, and as I'm preparing for whatever game I happen to be running, it's like a companion at this point. And I find that as I flip through the pages, it takes me where I need to be. So having one which is fully up to date just makes sense. Of course, that means I have to figure out what to do with the old one. But one of the things that I can do with the old one is to give it away to a friend. And in this video, I can show you the differences between your existing copy, if you should have it, and, well, this one. So as you can go through, you get a sense of what Mythras looks like on the inside. I think it's essential to remember that Mythras is a toolkit. It's a game to be read, understood, and then the parts that you need applied to the game that you're going to play. Now, let's compare. On the right is the previous version, the Lulu version, and on the left is the new one from Lightning Source through DriveThruRPG. Forgive the shadow of my hands, but that does also serve to compare the level of gloss. On the left, there is gloss. On the right, there isn't any. You'll note that the colors are brighter on the left, and more detail is evident in the image as a result. So not only is it brighter, there is more visible contrast. All right. Otherwise, apart from feel and brightness, changes have been made to the spine, which I alluded to earlier, and you can see what I'm saying about it standing out more. Rather than yet another black spine, now we have something that almost reminds us of flame. And I don't know, I like it. Inside, of course, the print is the same. Now, your mileage might vary here. Although print on demand has evolved considerably in the last number of years, there are still points in time where you might have ripples in paper, or you might have different levels of ink present on the page so that a printing might seem darker or lighter. And as yet, we don't seem to have completely consistent results in that regard. So my copy of the third printing of Mythras is lighter than my previous version. However, what I notice is that in the imagery, like I saw with the cover, I'm also seeing more detail. The pages have the same thickness and the same degree of translucency, which allows you to see through to the other side of the page. these qualities seem to be the same. Where they differ is that the new version from Lightning Source has a smoother finish to the page, closer to glossy, and this may explain the improved detail noticeable in the images. The last part to talk about are the errata themselves. This amounts to 2 pages of minor corrections or additions for additional clarification. Things that people in the international Mythras community around the world have asked about more than once on the forums, have been given just a little bit of extra information to make them easier to understand. That plus some extra art and some changes to the layout. This gives us 300 pages of text and 4 pages of play aids for a complete Bronze to Iron Age experience for fantasy or for worlds completely without magic, with a strong focus on social development, interactions, and community, with some of the best Game Master advice for running this type of gaming that you might find in any printed role-playing game. With all that said, that brings us to the end of this look at the 3rd printing of Mythras. If you want to expand your Mythras experience beyond the Iron Age and into the future, the entire future can be modeled using the rules found in the Luther Arkwright expansion. Thanks for watching.